All right, we're live, everybody.
I think so. I think I did it. I did it. Woohoo! Hold on. Are we ready?
Apparently, I'm in the nut house with some padded walls.
Mike's in jail,
right
so
he's in the padded walls.
Okay. In the dog house, that's right.
Yeah. So okay. Hello everyone. I know this command center, there's songs and things. All I need is this. Let's see.
Bye.
No, not bye. We're here. Hello. Welcome everyone. We have the most special guest on the planet. The man that was personally selected by Justin because he is the brother's friend's cousin on his sister's side, and he was selected to get his book early.
My sister's side.
He's and you got to go, Huli, when you get here, can you please drop his channel? He is over 1,000 subscribers. He tubes every day. He's the most famous treasure hunter on the planet until Thursday.
He gives away gold coins too.
I know he gives away gold.
You got to hit the yellow button, Christy.
Yellow.
There you go.
I can't believe you know the colors of those buttons. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. So, Froggy, why don't you introduce yourself? Because I think you might introduce yourself a little different. He is too humble, guys. So,
hi. So I'm Froggy, Esteban, Este's Quest. I need to work on my branding and have one and stick with it because I kind of launched with like 3 different names across 3 different social medias, and I don't know. I've got personality disorder or something like that. So. Whatever you want to call me, just don't call me late to dinner.
And he's a treasure hunt originator. Next one's coming out April 11th, 12th?
April 11th. Yes,
April 11th. Okay, yeah, he's gold. If you guys like gold, in case you like gold, he gives it away.
A 1 ounce gold coin. That's nothing.
1 ounce gold coin. Gold's going through the roof right now.
So many new people. Who are you, Mike? And why are you in a jail?
Actually, we have 2 Cowlazars in the chat. I guess somebody didn't want to change their name. I mean, not in the chat, in the video. But anyway, Cowlazars, we do videos on treasure hunts, treasure hunt amusement park. And you might see us in Netflix. You might not. I have no idea, but we'll see.
Well, they paid us millions and millions of dollars to be in it. So, of course, we're going to be in it. I'm K-Pro. I go by Christy. Like someone said on Discord today, I am the terrible person that brought down all the treasure hunts because I'm so negative all the time. Yep, that's me. So I'm Christy, K-Pro. I'm Mike's Cowlazar. I'm the other half of that. So we are excited tonight because not only did Froggy get the book early, but wait, I had a couple questions from chat. Do you prefer Esteban, Estes, or Froggy? If someone's like not tagging you, but saying, hey, Estes, or hey, Froggy, what do you prefer?
Froggy's pretty fun. It's easy. The tag's already there. So I like green. I got a bunch of frog themed apparel now. So let's roll with it.
Okay. And the reason Mike is in prison is the World Series circuit event is here. I have to hold down the fort because I'm the responsible one out of the 2, but I
can't even play because I still got to go to work. I didn't take work off. So anyway, but also there's a 10 times tier credit multiplier and they gave me a 3 times reward credit. So I've been playing some slot machines. I'm up like $100. I haven't been recording anything, but I guess I could make a video.
Well, tomorrow is the ladies event, so I will probably make my way down there. Mike gets comped with hotel rooms, and his work's right next to. He doesn't have to commute in for an hour. So, he's out playing. I'm being responsible like I always am. And you might wonder where the kids are. There's a dirty, rotten scoundrel named 3D Bronze. 3D Bronze has put up, not a proxy, a $50 bill with something. We went out all day today, 3D Bronze. I hate you. And then they decided, no, they missed a little something. So if my phone rings and I mute for a second, if they're
there right now,
they are there right now. Mojave Menace, I know you're out there because they're like, there's a guy with the dog. I think that's you, Mojave Menace. If you're there, be nice to them. Hillary, I saw Hillary last night. We're all at the same park. We're all
tearing it apart. Put stuff back the way you found it. People.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. You guys know who you are. Put back. I didn't want to touch the stuff that was kind of ripped down. Put it back up.
So let's hope we get another video from 3D Bronze. I think I know what he meant in the last video, but I still don't know where the heck the damn thing is.
Well, they went down
the darn arrow.
Well, they went down to where that one arrow was.
Yeah.
There's a homeless guy living there where I told him not to go in.
Was it 3D bronze with a wig?
No. Okay, and if you didn't know, we have Emmett and Jam in the chat. Treasure Hunt with Us. If you click on them, you can go over. I made a policy about 3-4 years ago not to go on anyone's channel because things were so negative. But it's a new day. They asked me to go on. They wanted to interview me for the backstory of Forrest Fenn. We didn't talk a lot about Forrest Fenn. We just started talking like friends. But I did give some insight into the past history if you're into the Forrest Fenn hunt. I don't think you need specialized knowledge, but definitely like when you have something in the poem that says heavy loads, what was the leading theories at the time and all that kind of good stuff.
Did you tell them all the secret hints you got from Forrest?
Can we keep this positive? We're waiting for Cynthia to break that.
Just wondering if you talked about it or not. All right. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Forrest Fenn's book. We're here to talk about Beyond the Map's Edge book, which you have read, Esteban. You read the whole thing?
Yes. A special shout out to my mother for forcing me to stay locked indoors some summers and read books. It looks like it paid off. I can now speed read pretty well. So I knocked this out a little bit last night and today.
Okay, awesome. So interrogation has begun. First of all, what do you think of, like, just put the treasure hunt aside for a second. Easy read? Did it get too complicated? Is it something a kid could read, or is it a little bit more sophisticated?
I think high school reading level, or I think a junior high, middle school can read it. They probably wouldn't want to. I mean, a lot of the content is more not adult themed, but it's I would say mature themed. It's there's some heavy stuff. Like he gets raw in here with like loss of loved ones, like some really touching moments. I didn't expect myself to be touched reading like a treasure hunting book, but yeah, it seems like he kind of bears himself open there some places.
Okay. Well, everyone says shout out to Mama Froggy. So
yeah, shout out to Mama Froggy.
Okay, so and enjoyable read, like so there's a little bit of an emotional piece.
Yeah, I could not put it down. It was like I had to stop to do a few chores today, but each time I rushed home to finish it, it was really enjoyable. It's got some humor in there. It's got some emotional stuff in there. Nothing traumatic. I don't foresee any really triggers in there, but yeah, pretty enjoyable to read.
Okay, not trigger trauma, but it is kind of, there's more depth. It's just not really kind of at the
there's a couple chapters are dealing with the loss of a loved one, but I think he does it in a tasteful way.
Yeah, we know a little bit about that. Okay, so no obvious puzzles other than the poem. There's nothing, no codes, no cipher.
Yeah, so no obvious ones that jump out. I really think I'm going to read it again and again and again, but from a first read, it really seems to be he wants you to know what he's been through and what's important to him, and then you apply that to the poem. On the first read, I made I told myself I wasn't going to make notes, but I had to make a couple of notes. And the famous hole that's mentioned in the poem, there's a couple, like 2 or 3 capitalized holes in the book.
Nice.
As far as casting your pole, there's like 2 or 3 chapters on fishing. And as far as like Ursa Bear East, there's like 2 or 3 bear encounters. So almost each like major thing in the poem, there's a chapter or 2 in the book.
Is there a chapter on him buying the treasure chest from Jack and doing the whole thing?
He does. It's not dedicated specifically to that. There's a chapter dedicated to the treasures, and he does talk about how he made an LLC. He bought the treasures. And he kept back some in the box, and he put a lot of it into this hunt. And an interesting part is he says that he gave a few to the steward, which is interesting. It's not in the treasure. He says he gave a few interesting items to the steward. So I don't know how that plays into.
Does that mean the person who finds it gets it from the steward? He didn't say?
I don't know. That's left open.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Okay, treasure hunters suck. The kids are leaving. There's been an issue, Mike. I'll talk to you about afterwards. Not in a good way. Creepy guys, stay away. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. Okay. The steward has stuff. The steward has plenty of stuff. Okay.
Some stuff, not plenty. Some stuff.
Including the Bitcoin, half of the Bitcoin password. Okay.
Other half of the Bitcoin password.
I did write one note for you, K-Pro. Page 61.
Okay.
There's a quote, Goonies never say die. Thought you'd appreciate that.
Hey, there we go.
Page 61, Goonies never say die. It's in the book.
Okay.
That was one of the questions I had. Is does he do any movie references?
Yes,
Pop culture
there's
references.
Indiana Jones is in there quite a bit.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of Indiana Jones.
Okay, and now have you done the breaking news ones, the ones that made my face fall off like 5 minutes before we went on?
Nope, no breaking.
Okay, we're gonna wait on that. We'll wait on that one. Okay. Questions in the chat. Put at Cowlazars because that's who I am tonight. I'm pretending. So
is there a page 90?
Yeah. Are there any page numbers missing?
You know, I wasn't paying attention to the page numbers. I'd have to go back and double check, but I wanted to see if there's a 90.
Okay.
So
there is
for
a 90.
anybody so everybody who knows, in case there's anybody new, you can pre-order the book on Amazon right now. It shows it'll be delivered on Thursday. Some people got them early, like Esteban did. But Justin Posey says on the website, treasure.quest, an ebook will be available on Thursday. I don't know if that means 12:01 Thursday morning, right at 12:01, but he does say the ebook will be available Thursday, and we can all jump right in and read it. He also suggests that you buy both. He says there's some differences between the ebook and the hardback book, and it helps you understand him. He's like, to solve this poem, you have to understand the man who wrote it. So
maybe the pictures will be different. Now, okay, reading the book, do you feel like you understand, especially if you got into some kind of emotional stories, do you feel like you know him kind of a little bit now or kind of understand the man a little?
I'll say I feel like I know what he wants us to know. I mean, how long does it take for you to truly know a person, especially going in, I before 3 days ago, I wouldn't be able to pick him off the street. Like I had no idea who he was. But now I feel like I understand what he's communicating across.
Okay. So did it just say, there are hints in Netflix, or did he go on about that a little bit?
Nope. It's just kind of mentioned a couple times in the beginning of the book and then not really brought up the rest of the time.
Okay. Does it make you want to watch Netflix? Like now that you know a little bit about him? Do you want to watch?
Yes, I will say, yeah. He suckered me into this is a long con to watch Netflix, so he got me.
Right.
Yeah,
and we're hoping there's going to be some hints. I mean, he says there is. It's just we'll be able to tell what they are.
Yeah, and I wish I had that clip, guys, because that's what I want, and it's on the computer somewhere. I'm just not going to mess anything up, or we'll have a red button shutdown of everything. So, okay.
So, K-Pro in the chat, Emma says they ordered 5 books the night you broke that they were available. 4 will be delivered, but Jams is on 3/31. Won't be delivered till March 31st. Does he live way out somewhere? I was just wondering why.
Didn't you know that Justin doesn't like jam?
Justin's sending them from his house individually.
He's the only J. He's only one J name is allowed to be in.
Have you found any other typos? There was that one typo. Did you see like any blatant typos?
No, he hates me. No, I haven't seen any other ones.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Okay. Have you? You might have said this when I was on. Have you taken a black light to it? I guess there's an ebook.
I'm not a big fan of that. The whole
print on demand. There's no way he could. Yeah.
He could. He invented X-ray vision. He could.
All right, I got to ask you, how does it compare to JCB's book? Just forget about the treasure hunt part.
Okay. Name your favorite child.
Yeah. So I will say that JCB's had a more historical bent. I don't want to say cold. I'll say clinical in a way. It's more history, and the stories about because JCB put stories in about himself. Obviously, they're not as open. I feel like I really feel like there's a lot of emotion poured into this book. So this one feels more from the heart, I guess.
Did you read Thrill of the Chase by chance? I know you weren't.
I did not.
Okay, because that's how Forrest was. It was like all stories about himself. So
okay.
Does the artwork seem original? That's what was asked by Tyler.
So the photos are all clearly from Justin.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork, it's an original from, and I think he even says it. It's from he has an illustrator for the book.
Yeah,
and they're all like, the artwork is like describes what's on the page. So if he describes like Tucker facing down a bear, it's like there's a picture of Tucker and a bear. Like, you know what I mean?
So, and you said it kind of screams of hints. So there's like
going on. But of course, I'm coming in right from the Pokemon chapter where everything in the picture is something. So. I may be overanalyzing it, but
okay. I know we're only like 15 minutes in, but there's some breaking news. There is some breaking news. What a clever treasure hunter just found. There's 3 things that, 2 things. talk about the two things. Buried or not buried, Estes? What does he say?
Yeah, so that question was asked in Discord. I saw, I think Axelot was the first person that I saw post it, so I wanted to go back and make sure I had an answer for it. I reread some of the critical chapters after I'd already read the whole book, and I cannot come to a conclusion, a definite yes or no. He
unknown, really guys, unknown. Okay, so that means
say
dig up everywhere.
Right?
Yeah,
and he doesn't say the container. No, he does say that he kept JCB's original box. He does make that clear. Sorry, yes, he's sorry. He kept Forest Fence box.
Okay.
Are there? I know the answer is yes, but I'd like you to explain it. Are there any unusual graphics or markings? You said there's a little symbol like JCB symbol.
Yeah.
Right?
So he's got his little which I took a magnifying glass to it today because I know the running theory is that JCB's one is his initials, JCB. I couldn't really see a P in there. It's like almost look like antlers, but like crossed angles and an arrow. Yeah, it's a weird little
Everyone come up with your best guess of what that is. Yeah. We would all have something different. So
is it like X marks the spot type thing?
No, it's not an X. Oh. It's more like an S and an L. It's more like an S and an L. That's what I see.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see.
We don't know what that means yet. So anything stand out to you that you're like, whether you want to share it or not, like that's a hint or that could help me.
Well, yeah, I think the on a first pass through, so everyone's had time to look at the poem, and I've seen a lot of good discussions on both Discords about the poem. People are clued in on the whole, people are clued on the pole, people are clued in on the bear. Haven't seen much kingdom talk yet, but there's at least 2 or 3 chapters that describe incidents with the fishing pole, like losing a pole or finding a pole or something. There's 3 or 4 holes mentioned. Oddly enough, I didn't see Jackson Hole, but there's a couple other capitalized holes in the book. And bears, there's a few different bear encounters mentioned.
Okay.
So I do think that, you'll read the book and you'll get some insight.
Craig Carter, LS is lead searcher. Justin was the lead searcher. Okay. And then this one truly is. Okay. Hold on to your socks, guys, because I think this is first very clever, but if it helps point to something, but Froggy like grabbing it and it's out before the book's out. Go ahead, drop it. Go to page, what would you say? 61. Go to page 61. No,
61?
That was the other thing. No, that was the other thing. You said page 11?
The W clue? That's what we're talking about, the W clue?
Yes.
Okay.
The W clue.
That's the last page of the book, page 218. So when you get it, you can turn to page 218, and you'll see it's in the chapter called,
I'll be right back.
Or again, not chapter, but the section, the legal lowdown.
Okay.
And he says, jurisdiction and legal compliance, and I'll read this sentence out. This treasure hunt and all related disputes are governed by the laws of the state of Wyoming without regard to its conflict of laws principles.
Say it again. The governing of this contest.
Yes.
Does it say,
so this treasure hunt and all related disputes are governed by the laws of the state of Wyoming, without regard to its conflict of laws principles.
So I wonder if legally he had to pick a base, like a state.
Maybe like you register an LLC in a state.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be. Because why would you say it's the American West and then in the book you say Wyoming?
Yeah, right. That is interesting.
So does that mean we shouldn't look in Wyoming?
Right. Does that mean it's in Wyoming? That's what everybody
it's a mind game, I see, because a couple stories in the book illustrate he wants you to know how clever he is by there's like a story in a middle school fair. He gamed the rules, and then there's another story later about another contest he was in and he found a loophole. So there's a couple stories in the book how he's good with loopholes and rules.
Okay, interesting. Maybe he'll he's watching, but maybe he'll comment and just tell us why he picked Wyoming. Maybe he just had to pick a state. Or maybe he was real familiar with the laws in Wyoming because of Forest Fence treasure. Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah. All right. So overall, a good book then, huh? I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to get the ebook, which I'm hoping is available at midnight Wednesday night. But we'll see. And a portion of that will go to the Bitcoin wallet. So it will be interesting to see how we'll have an idea of book sales based on the Bitcoin wallet a month or two down the road. So
which is good. Which is good.
That'll be fun. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so give away the secret. It's in Wyoming. This means it's in Wyoming, right?
9 Mile Hole, apparently. Does he list
Hey, what do we think? Does that mean I'm thinking if the state of Wyoming, then it needs to be what it's.
I'm leaning to me personally. I'm leaning to what Mike was getting at. Like, and I have to do some more research to see if it's possible. But if like some businesses, you have to register them in a state. So maybe this is a legal thing. Maybe a lawyer with experience could chime in. Like, if you had to pick, if you have a dispute, it'd be in your favor to put it in a state where the laws are more favorable to you. So maybe if you
but your jurisdiction. So Brian Erskine did this. He tried to make the jurisdiction Colorado because he didn't want to have to travel to New Mexico. Well, Forrest filed basically a response that said, I don't have any ties to Colorado. And Brian tried to say, yes, you do. And they went back and forth, and Forrest won. It went back to New Mexico, or I don't know all the details, or I used to, but I don't anymore. So his LLC is registered in Texas for this treasure hunt. And he resides in Montana. That's where his other residence is. Wyoming's not in the picture. Unless he has a secret LLC. So they don't let you just pick a state because it's the easiest.
Oh, you see what Emma just said? What Emma just put in?
Wyoming is considered the best state to have an LLC to protect your assets. It's actually it's one of 3, and we're in the state as well. The one thing that they are really good about is you can use what's called an agent to remain anonymous. But
or a steward?
Steward could be, but he does have a registered LLC stated that it is in Texas. So, okay, Justin, you can either come into chat or please update your website. Why did you you can't?
Or does that mean it's not in Wyoming? Because
that's what I think.
Yeah. And that's where
but then why the states of Wyoming? You're basically saying the jurisdiction, if there is a legal, he's made a legal notice that if you sue, it's going to be in the jurisdiction of Wyoming. For him,
that's the first time for a treasure hunt we've ever heard that, where they picked a state to say legally this is the state. Now somebody was saying if you don't buy the book, because Justin says you can just solve it from the poem off the website, well, you wouldn't even know that, and you wouldn't even, you know what I mean? You don't have the book; it's just the poem.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but for him to, I don't think he would. This is my opinion. I don't think a lawyer would advise do something really tricky with the legalese, so it really is going to confuse a judge if it ever goes to court. I would think he would want to keep that like crystal clear, no hints. It's definitely helpful from a tax perspective. The best taxes are here in Nevada because we don't have a state income tax.
I heard Carl Sumner's a steward. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, Michael. You know what? We should have Treon. Is Hillary in here? We should have Treon and ask him. He's our resident expert.
Yeah, right. Lawyer. That's true.
If he's not.
Oh, yes. Mad Mardigan. I just saw that. He does mention his time, a couple chapters mentioning the time he spent hiding the box. And interesting that this might be breaking news. Wait, hold on. Okay. I don't know how much the community knows about Justin, but in the book he says the first trip was recon. The second trip of the 4,500, he broke his tibia.
Oh, really? We didn't know that.
Yeah. He says how he was helping a neighbor, something with a jack in a mobile home.
Oh, yeah, we do know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
We know when that happened.
It's a couple years ago, right? Yeah.
Yes, he was. Yeah, the guy had like a big rig, and it came off its the thing that makes it go up when you're, what is that called? The hitch thing that he was changing a tire, and it fell on his foot.
Another story I'll share that gets you to his mindset on how patient and long thinking this guy is. I would never be able to do something like this. To train his dog, he hid some copper a year in advance. Did you guys know about that? And so
we knew he taught the dog. We knew he taught the dog to sniff.
Yeah, he taught the dog, but he describes like that was the dog's final test. Was he was working in his backyard, little pieces, aged bronze, but his final test, he buried something a year in advance, marked it with GPS, and went back a year later. Like the foresight of that and the patience for that, like.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this is definitely a long game for him. But Hooli just posted the copyright, which was been filed in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Sam, I'm on. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to look in. I know people are probably going to try and figure out about it, but he probably has an agent. Well, maybe he doesn't, because I mean, obviously, we all know.
No, he didn't have an agent. They don't allow agents in Texas, so he didn't have an agent for the LLC that he. I don't think he'd want a secret LLC.
But it says Wyoming. Let's see. What did Hooley just post?
It's Texas.
Well, no, look at what Hooley just posted.
Okay, hold on.
It might be a different LLC. Copyright claim it. Beyond the Map's Edge LLC transfer by written agreement to Sheridan, Wyoming. So can you transfer an LLC
in Texas and then transferred it? And that is the
address, game, right? LLCs buying LLCs.
Yeah, right.
Well, and the 30 N Gould, that is the one that Turd set up the company in our name. That's an agent. That's the same address. So that is the address. So, I wonder if he did it by agent or so he transferred it.
That's interesting. By written agreement. Yeah, that is interesting. Huh? Wonder why. Well, that's something to think about, I guess.
Okay, I need to soak in that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. We will have to think about that for sure.
9K miles divided by 4. That's if he just took 2 round trips. It sounds like he overshot and he may have gone back the other way. He didn't want you guys following him because that's what you guys do.
It's hidden in Nevada. You know it is. Does he mention Nevada at all in the book?
He mentions Alaska. You might have to go all the way up to Alaska, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe he was going to hide it in Texas, but JCB hit his there. So he moved it.
It's a second spot. Everyone says they move it. So it started in Texas.
They passed each other on the road. That's what
right.
There you
go. How many pictures would you say are in the book? Is there a lot or no?
Oh, I did not. There is a lot. Almost every page has something. Every chapter has more than one, and I got to stop saying chapter. It's almost every section.
Stories. You said there's 52 stories.
Stories.
Mike, 52, 26
no, there's 50. Yeah, there's 52 sections, but 4 of those are the intro, dedication, prologue. So there's 48 stories.
Caesar Cipher.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay. And many are asking, please say Hawaii's in there. So we have to go to Hawaii. Alaska's in there. Is Hawaii?
There's no Hawaii. There's an Alaska.
Yeah. Keep it on the mainland, people.
There's
wow.
Alaska,
Okay.
but no Hawaii.
Okay. What's that symbol at the bottom? Is that just a compass?
Yeah, and it just says the treasure is hidden somewhere here.
Oh, thanks for narrowing it. Actually, it is narrowed down, but we want to narrow down more. I wonder if over time that would be one of the questions when one of us interview. We're getting interviews with Justin. Justin's interviewing with everyone, he said. Just kidding. But once you say it, it becomes so. So when he interviews with everybody, is he going to narrow down the area? Like Forrest used to just say north of Santa Fe. And then he said Rockies north of Santa Fe. Then he had like 6 states, and then he ruled out Utah and Idaho. Yeah. So little by little, he was narrowing down. Is Justin going to do that? Do we need to wait 8 years? How many years until we get hints? How will we get hints? Have you guys checked the website today? Do we know if it's been updated?
I checked it this morning. I didn't see an update.
Treasure
but while she's looking that up, I just want to mention hintofriches.com, the forum. So if you get a forbidden 403 error, which has been happening, and I don't know why, just retype it, and it'll work. There's something in the WordPress that's not resolving some of the time. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. So just do HINT, you know what I mean, and then or copy the whole URL. It comes up. I just don't know.
Hit refresh, right?
Yeah, or hit refresh. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I don't know what's resolving it. So I don't know if it's hitting refresh, opening a new browser. I don't know, but it will come up eventually. I mean, it comes up for me more times when I get the error, but it is a pain.
Gotta fix it. Right. No more poker until that's fixed.
I'm gonna have to pay somebody to fix it. I have no idea.
I get to say I told you so. Oh, I'll just put a site up. It's not going to be any problem at all. After talking with 12 people and a month later, now you have a 403 error. Nope, got to get right back on it.
There it is. We'll put the link right there. Yeah, so John Miller, 48 stories. Arizona's a 48 state. There it is.
I thought there was 52. Oh, 48 because back out before.
Arizona's the 48 state. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Do you have an idea? If you were to say, I have a spot, do you have any spot yet, or is it going to take a while?
No, I mean, I really want to categorize, see if I can figure out which state has the most stories. There's a lot of mention about Montana, a lot of Wyoming, a little bit of there's some states that aren't mentioned at all, like in the book. I mean, and by some states, I mean some states in the search area that aren't mentioned at all. So I want to see if that has anything in play, but I can't narrow it down.
Does he say how many clues are in the poem? Like Forrest Fenn's poem had 9 clues.
Nope. I was looking for that too. No, he does not say.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this one's going to be able to take a while. I mean, if we could just figure out what the first clue is and what we think the first clue means.
Well,
that's why we should use hintofriches.com, everybody. Go post your ideas.
And eventually it'll work, guys. But here's the thing. We saw in Justin's trailer, our preview.
And I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, go ahead.
He is sitting in front of his computer with the command center in the back. Then he stands up, he walks around, he like kind of where my halo is right now. There is a clock and he adjusts the clock like an old time clock with the hand.
I wonder why. Why do you do that?
It's a hint. That's why.
Maybe the time is a hint.
Maybe the time is the page you go to. He moved it to 218 where Wyoming is, and it's a hint to Wyoming.
Mr. 8K says, does it give you any hints or clues of how far off the trail it is hidden?
Ooh, nope. Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing there. Nope.
We need that information.
Changing the time zone treasure hunt with us says.
There's some.
Oh, go ahead.
There's some good. Again, so I read the poem a couple times through before I read the book. So I was looking for stuff that mentioned the poem. And as far as the first line where everyone's talking about, let me read it. Something in time. How does that? Does anyone have it memorized yet? What's the?
I don't. Not yet.
It says, can you find what lives in time? So a couple times throughout the book, he'll mention someone being outside of time. Like he'll say his grandfather or something frozen in time, or he'll say I came across something that outside of time or time stops. So I was looking for a time throughout the book, and there's a couple places that kind of gives you a hint. I think.
When you say in time, it speaks of music. So it could be music because there is, and it's already on Spotify. There is a song that Justin helped write for Netflix, and it's not AI. It's actually him writing because he copyrighted or co-copywritten or whatever. So we're going to have that song. We're going to have Netflix. We're going to have his website, and we're going to have the book. And then we have just the one thing you need, which is the poem, and that's it. So we have 4 different spots and then we have the ebook. We have the book and the ebook. So I think maybe that's why he was able to hire an editor, because he knew a lot of the hints were in Netflix. Then he was able to maybe nudge certain things to get into Netflix and not worry too much because so much is in the book. So I think it's in a bunch of different places. But
so we're going to do a long show on Thursday because all of those things will be out. The Netflix, the website, everybody can have the ebook. So I don't know if it's going to be 6 o'clock. We might go earlier. We'll see. But we're definitely probably going to have a 2-hour show on Thursday.
And I forgot to tell you, Mike, but hold on. I announced it on Treasure Hunt with us, and so
I haven't watched yet, but I will.
Yeah. So back in the day, I felt like an old treasure hunter. We used to do these things called marathons. We would start at like 11 o'clock, and we would go until 4 or 5. One went over 12 hours because everyone wanted it to, and YouTube actually won't process the video after 12 hours without
live for 12 hours.
We were live for 12 hours. So we are doing our first kind of new day, new time, new generation of treasure hunting. We're going to do our first ever in 2025 moving forward. I think our last one was what, 20?
And when is this? We're doing this?
We're either doing it, you get to choose, Mike, this Saturday or next Saturday. I'll give you, I think a week Saturday.
We were going to do the watch party Saturday, or should we do that live? Well, if I play it through Google, nobody can hear it. It'll just be our reactions is what'll be live.
Okay. So I think both. A week. No, I don't think both. No, I think the watch party this weekend, like we've already planned. So April 5th, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we will do. So I am going to do a separate video. I already came up with the topics. So one of them is going to be each of the boxes. So we're going to have 5 half-an-hour slots. And if we have a lot of people, we might do 2 rounds of it.
Each of the boxes? You mean JCBs?
Yes, JCB is a treasure hunt, still in the treasure hunt.
We're not going to do it beyond the map's edge. We're doing it on JCB or both.
I almost got my sentence out. If you would have heard the whole sentence, says the 5 boxes for JCB, the TTI, Netflix, each episode review, other treasure hunt creators that want to come on. I would like to do a spotlight a tuber so people like Treasure Hunt with us and Este or Froggy and some of the others can talk about their channels and people can get to know their channels. I have a whole agenda upstairs.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to plan the whole thing, which is
I am
great.
going to plan it. You can email me, guys. I will put out an agenda and say, if you are interested, all you have to do is email me back. We will do a test run because some of you have never been on StreamYard before. We'll get you all set up and we just go all throughout the day. Usually Mike moderates for about 2 or 3 hours. Then I moderate for 2 or 3 hours and we just swap back and forth. It's huge. And this is something a lot of people get interested in. Oh, Justin, you got to come on our marathon. John, you got to come on our marathon. But it's inclusive of everybody. People can pop in, pop out. And a lot of people, and then I'll put the minute marks later of when each one starts. We do take a break kind of in the middle. We'll have a contest. I have a bunch of stuff.
That'll be fun. All right, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay. So there you have
it. You need to catch a name for it. What's like a...
Yeah, right.
Something a-thon. It's got to end in a-thon.
Yes. Maybe that's a contest.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't do it on the fly. I'll have to.
Cowathon.
K-Pro Cowathon. Yeah, there you go.
Cowathon.
We'll come up with something. So Saturday, mark your calendars. I know some of the guys got in trouble with their wives last year or a couple years ago when we did it because they wanted to sit and watch all day long and they're not tending to their honeydews.
It's like football. It's like you're watching football on a Sunday
for 12 hours. No, we'll see how long.
Is your wife into this at all? This treasure hunt stuff, or
she likes going to Vegas for the con. So she likes that. She's like, anytime you guys go another Vegas trip, I'm in. But yeah, she doesn't really come out with me, my boots on the ground. She goes, I said, do you want to come? She's like, well, when you find it, then I'll go with you on that one. I was like, well, I don't know when I'm going to find it.
All right. Tell everybody about Este's Quest 3 and where they can get the info and all that fun stuff.
Este's Quest 3 starts April 11th. You can, if you follow me on Este's Quest on YouTube, you'll see Este's Quest 3 is its own little playlist. The introduction video is already out. It's something that I haven't done before. I haven't seen many treasure hunters do it before. I did see on your show, like a couple months ago, you guys were talking about an old video from like, what was that video you guys played that was a treasure hunt?
Oh yeah, the money hunt that was on.
Yeah. So it might be the closest thing to that, but I planned a kind of feature-length movie that's going to be chopped into like 3-minute segments, and each segment will have a clue. So there'll be a story through that's continuous, and there's a treasure at the end of it if you follow all the clues. Nice. A real in the woods gold coin in a pelican case in the woods.
How much to buy in? How much?
It's you can play for YouTube. You can for free. You watch, but if you want a daily photo, I'll email a daily photo on the Discord, and that's $15 one time.
Okay, one time $15. All right, everybody. As she said, this is the big one.
East Coast, right?
I'm sorry.
You went back to the East Coast. The location.
Yes. Yeah, this one, and I announced the states. I same way I guess Sven did. I said Mid-Atlantic, and then I drew a circle on a map, and then I was like, all right, it's in Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware. Those are the 5 states that are in play.
And is it already hidden? Is it already out there?
It's already out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried to register last week and it said no go. That came from Hooli, just FYI. So I don't know if it's like Into Riches. Maybe it has a 404 error.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I got a few new. You know what? It's probably the link because I redid a new link. I'll post in Discord a new link.
Yeah, please.
I got new registrations this morning actually from people that joined. So
in our Discord, we do have a channel for Este's Quest, so go check it out there, everybody.
And it's updated. It now says 3, but don't go too far back because that's where they were discussing 2 and 1. So
yeah, and I do that, and the old links don't work anymore. So
Yahoo, yes. So and support. We always say just support treasure hunt creators. This is the best time, I think, to get in to treasure hunting because there's so many to choose from, big, small, next to you, further away. But if treasure hunt creators can't make a little we know you usually go in the red when it comes to this, and not all of us are independently wealthy. So getting a little bit back that then will seed the next hunt, the next hunt. I mean, I remember one time you said, I'm going to do this one time, and now you've just caught the bug, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've caught the bug. Yeah. And I am glad I scaled down my original hunt. I was going to buy 5 coins and hide them out. And I think I made like $800 from the first one. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad I started with just one coin.
Yeah.
And we got to mention, talking about treasure hunts, we got to mention 3dbronze.com. Some more $2 bills have been added to the prize pool. It's in Vegas, in North Vegas, actually. We just can't find the thing. And I guess there's been a lot of people in this park, and we just can't find it. So.
That's not for you, 3D. Hold on. Oh, there's the one I want. 3D Bronze has a treasure hunt.
There he is. There's a super chat. There he is.
Oh, 3 minutes. 3D Bronze. Breaking news.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, nice. So you get another one. What?
Okay. Yeah, the kids got back, but they're not going to go back out without me. So, okay. So I need to tell Sam's like pumped. She's ready to find it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, we did add to the prize pool. 3D Bronze called it the Hint of Riches prize pool. So go to 3dbronze.com. You can see everything there, all the prize, the poem, everything.
Yeah. Okay. So anything else? Because the kids want to go boots on the ground.
I do have, I have one more breaking news, I guess I'll say.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. News, everybody. I guess I should label those buttons. 3D Bronze says this one will end it. So as soon as we're done, get in the car and go. Okay, bro. All right.
There's a second poem in the book.
Oh,
really?
Page 213. Second poem, but to me it's in memory. The title's called The Mountain Memory, and it's about Tucker. It's a poem about his dog. About Tucker. So it's but there is another poem in the book.
Okay, that might be the one that you posted on Twitter a while ago. Yeah, okay.
Probably.
Gotcha.
It's for Emma. Emma wanted more poems. So, okay, we're going boots on the ground. We have 3 minutes to get there. It'll take us 5. It's only 5 minutes away from the house. So we're heading out there. So thank you, Froggy, for being here. He talks over on our Discord. He's on, I think, everywhere. He's on the other Discord too. He has his own channel. You guys should definitely subscribe because he has breaking news. And Justin, I don't think we said this. Justin came into your chat and said, you're getting an interview. So there you go.
People are still trying to find his people, but hopefully
yeah, you guys are coordinating.
Remember this, everybody. Esteban is the only one who reached out to us to say, I have the book and I'll share it. And he shared the poem. Yeah. So remember that. Este's Quest 3, go show some support, spend $15. Este's Quest on YouTube and Este's Quest 3 in the Discord. So yeah, definitely show some support April 11th when it drops.
Yes, because he's great. You're great. Everybody's great. I got to go. So, and I'm in charge. So once I hit off, everybody goes away. So thank you, everybody. We're heading out.
Go get it, K-Pro. Go get it.
Okay, bye.
See you, everybody. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem, man. Had a good time.
All right.
She probably hit the in herself button, so we're still going.
Oh, we're still live. Yeah, that's nice. I got to call her now.
Okay, actually, I have another secret that she's gonna miss. So here's the real snow.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about her for a while.
Yeah. She's gonna get text messages saying Froggy just dropped something.
I gotta call her to say you didn't end the stream. It'll go forever if she doesn't end it.
Will it really?
That's hilarious. Let me call her.
No, Craig Carter. Mike said he was up.
Yeah, actually, I'm up $100. I was down 400, but I hit a slot machine. Hey, you didn't end it. It's still live. You just removed yourself. You got to go hit the end stream button or stop live on the computer. Okay. All right.
Next time I'm going to
we're still live. Hang on. I'm still there. All right, we're going to go. Just jump off, Estes. Or actually, you stay on and talk to everybody.
Log off.
All right.
All right. Bye.